Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're going to be talking about subtle signs that she's flirting with you. Now, a lot of men miss it when a woman is flirting with them, not because they're clueless, but because women's signals can be incredibly subtle. Unlike a lot of men who tend to be more direct, women often use very small cues that end up flying under the radar. And if you don't know what to look for, you might assume that she's just being friendly and completely miss your chance. So today we're breaking down the less obvious signs that a woman is flirting with you, the things that many men often overlook. If you've ever walked away from an interaction thinking, wait, was she into me? This video is for you. Okay, my first one here is that she lingers in conversations with you. When a woman is interested, she won't rush to end the conversation. Even if she's busy or has somewhere to be, she'll try to extend the interaction in small ways by maybe asking follow-up questions, bringing up a new topic, or just finding reasons to stay engaged with you. A woman who isn't interested, on the other hand, will keep things short and to the point. She's not going to put in extra effort if she doesn't have to. So if she's lingering, especially when she doesn't have to, it's a subtle but strong sign that she enjoys talking to you. Number 2, she mirrors your mannerisms. Mirroring is an unconscious way people show connection. If she starts adopting your body language, crossing her arms when you do, picking up on your speech patterns, or even subtly mimicking your movements like picking up her glass and taking a drink right after you do, it's a positive sign that she feels comfortable and engaged with you. Most men miss this one because it's not an intentional behavior. It just happens naturally when someone is attracted to you. So if you notice her subtly copying your movements or your gestures, take it as a good sign. Number 3, she teases you in a playful way. Teasing isn't just for middle school crushes. It's actually a very common way that women flirt with men, but it's not always obvious. A woman might playfully challenge you, make lighthearted jokes at your expense, or exaggerate something that you said just to keep the conversation fun. I think one of the key differences between friendly teasing and disinterest is often her tone. If she's sarcastic but laughing, if she gives you a hard time but sticks around, or if she playfully roasts you in a way that invites more conversation, she's probably flirting with you. Number 4, she finds reasons to touch you even subtly. Women typically don't just touch men that they aren't comfortable with, so even small physical contact can be a big sign, but it's not always as obvious as grabbing your arm or putting a hand on your shoulder. Subtle touches like brushing the lint off of your shirt, accidentally touching your hand when handing you something, or a light tap on your arm during a joke are ways that she's going to test the waters. The key here is to notice who initiates. If she's finding excuses to touch you first, even in very small ways like I mentioned, it's a strong indicator of attraction. Number 5, she remembers the little things that you say. When a woman is interested, she pays attention. If she brings up something that you mentioned in a past conversation, say your favorite coffee order, a random story that you told her, or something about your work, for example, it's because she's actively engaged. This is subtle because most guys just assume people remember things randomly, but the truth is women don't really invest mental energy in remembering details about someone that they don't care about. So if she's recalling things about you that seem pretty small, it means that she's genuinely interested in you. Number 6, she creates inside jokes with you, and this is a huge one. If a woman starts turning little moments between you guys into inside jokes, it's a subtle way of building a connection with you. She might reference something funny that you said earlier in the conversation, exaggerate something about your personality in a playful way, or bring up a shared experience between you two. Inside jokes create a sense of exclusivity, and if she's trying to establish that with you, it's because she wants that connection. Number 7, she engages with you differently than other people. One of the easiest ways to tell if a woman is flirting is to compare how she interacts with you versus how she interacts with others and everyone else. Does she laugh more at your jokes, give you more eye contact, engage with you for longer? If she treats you noticeably different, even in very small ways, it's a sign that you stand out to her. Many guys miss this one because they might just assume, oh, she's just friendly, but being friendly and being flirty are very different. The key is to pay attention to how she acts around other people versus how she acts around you. I will say I understand why guys miss this one because in the very beginning stages or when you first meet someone, it can be difficult to sort of gauge if they're treating you differently than other people when you don't really know them. But I think as you get to know someone, as they warm up to you, and as you just sort of understand their personality a little bit more, you'll start to see this one come into play. Number 8, she tests your availability. Sometimes a woman won't directly ask you out, but she'll hint at wanting to spend more time with you. She might mention a restaurant that she really wants to try, talk about an event that she's going to or she wants to go to, or casually say, oh, we should do that sometime. And as a woman, I will tell you exactly what she's doing here. She's testing the waters, seeing if you will take the hint and make a move. So if you notice her doing this, don't just nod and move along, take the lead and suggest a plan. Number 9, she compliments you in an unexpected way. A woman who's flirting with you will often compliment you in ways that go beyond just the typical, you look nice. She might mention something specific like your voice, your energy, the way that you carry yourself. These compliments are more personal and show that she's paying attention to you as an individual. Of course, she might also go the stereotypical route and just tell you that you look nice, but most women don't just say this to anyone, so I think that's still an important thing to note here. A lot of guys might brush this off, but if a woman compliments something deeper, especially something that's unique to you, it's a strong sign of attraction. I know my point here was more about unexpected compliments, but I actually do think even surface level, sort of basic stereotypical compliments are a way that a lot of women flirt. So pay attention to that as well. And lastly here, number 10, she shows up where you are. Now, I know that might sound creepy, but hear me out. This one is very subtle, but if you start noticing a woman randomly being in the same places as you, showing up at events that you mentioned, being at the coffee shop at the same time as you, or suddenly taking an interest in something that you're into, there's a good chance that it's not just a coincidence. If maybe at the gym one time you were chatting with her and you mentioned, oh, I always come here after work on Mondays, and all of a sudden she starts showing up at that time, consider it a good sign, and I guarantee it's not a coincidence. Women won't always be direct, but they will put themselves in your orbit if they want to be noticed. If this keeps happening, it's likely intentional. So all of that to say, to wrap this video up, flirting doesn't always look like bold moves and obvious signals. In fact, most of the time, it's just a series of small, subtle behaviors that add up. The key to recognizing it is to stop assuming all interest will be obvious and start paying attention to the little things. If you've ever walked away from an interaction unsure if a woman was flirting, she very well could have been. You just weren't trained to notice it. But now that you know what to look for, you won't miss these signs again. So what do you guys think? Have you ever realized after the fact that a woman was indeed flirting with you? I would love to hear from you down in the comments and hear your stories and experiences if you're open to sharing. If you like this video or find it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well, and I try my best to respond to your DMs. I don't always see them, but if you keep spamming me, I will probably see it at some point. So as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.